Okay, so fifth class. You have time now to go to page 28 of Let's Talk Literacy, Unit 7, alright? So pause the video and go get your books. Okay, so if you have done that, now you should be back and open up on this page, 28, and the invitation, alright? So what's an invitation? An invitation is a little kind of a document that someone's going to give you, or it could be online as well, that basically invites you to something. Okay, so it allows you access to go to maybe a party, an event, anything, right? So it gives you access to that, so you're allowed to come. If you do not have an invite, you're not allowed in. That's the whole point of an invite, alright? So it's private, okay? So that's an invite, so an invitation, okay? So I'm going to read through this once, okay? And then I want you to read through it as well. You have to read it out loud, okay? I'll be asking parents if you're reading it out loud or not. If they say you're not reading it out loud, I'm not going to give you any points, alright? Okay, so the invitation. In the whole of his entire life, in the whole of his entire actual life, Eric Doomsday had never got anything through the post. No letters, no postcards, no parcels, no nothing. He did get a pizza menu once, although as it had been addressed to Mrs. Eric Doomsday, he didn't think it counted. And yet here he was, standing in his bedroom, holding a purple envelope that had just been delivered to his house, that had his name written on it. Eric turned the envelope around in his hands. On the back, someone had drawn beautiful swirls and spirals in silver ink, and it had been sealed with a large red star. Hands trembling, Eric carefully lifted open the flap. Inside was a small piece of golden paper. It was an invitation. Eric held his breath and looked back again at the front of the envelope, just to make doubly sure that he hadn't accidentally opened something that was addressed to someone else. He made that mistake once before with a letter that he thought had been for him, but that had in fact been addressed to his Auntie Elsie. She had been staying with them while her house was being redecorated. Before Eric realised his mistake, he had spent a very worrying 20 minutes thinking he needed to get a rather large boil removed from his bottom. But this time there was no mistake. He, Eric Doomsday, of number 18 Ottershaw Drive, had been invited to a birthday party. And not just any birthday party either. No, Eric had been invited to Hattie Lavernock's birthday party. He stood there in his vest, pants and socks, staring at the golden invitation, and lost himself in a daydream of party, games and laughter. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Eric's daydream was shattered by the sound of someone ringing the front doorbell, followed a few moments later by the thud of heavy footsteps coming up the stairs and a barrage of excited squeals. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Eric's best friend Vinnie Mumbles crashed through his bedroom door, a huge smile plastered right across her face. In fact, Vinnie was so excited that her brain seemed to completely ignore that she was standing in front of a boy in his vest and pants. I got one too, said Eric, holding up his invitation. Okay, so obviously they're very excited to have gotten the invitation. Okay, so over here we have our little questions, right? So we're doing A and B today. Okay, so I want you to read through that one more time out loud, because this is tough. Okay, there's a lot of words here that'll get you. So for example, what was a tough one there? So we had doubly. We had, what else do we have? There was another tough one here. Accidentally is a long one. Daydream, what else do we have? We have a few tough words here, right? So I want you to read through this on your own. Barrage is a tough one. If there's any words that you don't understand, I want you to go and look them up on Google, right? You need to start doing this because next year you'll be getting ready for secondary school, okay? So 6th class is a tough year. You need to be able to look up and be independent and get your own words, because English and Irish, they're very tough. New words we find it every day. So you need to get better at this, right? So you need to look them up on Google and find the meaning of them, right? Because it'll help down here. Okay, so A and B. So for A, I just want you to answer the questions. Full sentences. I do not want... So what was delivered to Eric's house? The invitation. I want full sentences. So I want... The invitation was delivered to Eric's house. Okay, how was the envelope sealed? The envelope was sealed with a large red star. Alright? That's what I want you to write. Not just a large red star. The envelope was sealed with a large red star, right? Okay, and then B, think about it. So these are questions that aren't exactly in the text, but you have to kind of think about it and maybe say why you think that these are the answers, right? So it's not going to be in here. There's no answer in here. You have to use the information you've gotten from here and use that to kind of inform yourself and think what would happen next, or what's, for example, what kind of person Eric is. Okay, so what kind of person do you think Eric is? So he hasn't really received many birthday invitations before. He also, he seems a bit frazzled, isn't he? A bit of a daydreamer. So that kind of stuff, right? So I want 3 sentences from you, right? So for B, 3 sentences for question 1. And for 2, I want 3 sentences as well. So why are Eric and Vinny so excited about Hattie's birthday party? Right? So what I'm going to start doing is, if you're watching the videos, I'm going to give you a hint. Okay? So for example, for B2, if you start off your answer with, well, I think, okay, and then continue answer, I will give you 2 extra points, alright? So I know some of you aren't watching the videos. If you're not watching videos, this is no good to you. Okay, so if you're watching videos, you will find stuff like this. So if you answer B2 with, well, I think, and then I think they're excited because something something, and then 2 more sentences, you get 3 points. Very simple. Okay, so if you answer B2 with that, perfect, 2 points. Okay, everything else should be okay, and we'll have C and D on Tuesday, right? Okay, perfect.